Today's Captain's Blog is made possible by a grant from the great and powerful Patrick Level. He wants you to watch this entire episode. It's going to be epic, it's going to be awesome, it's going to be made of glory and victory! Made entirely possible by Patrick. Thank you, sir, for being one of the cool kids stepping up and helping support the blog. If you are interested in getting your name up here and suffering my abuse, then check out the links below in the description. Anybody who gets in on the Patreon at $25 a month or more gets their own, personal, happy, sunshine day of love and joy. Now, let's go do stuff. That's an impressive feat for a full-size shipping pallet there.
Yeah.
Don't drop that.
Of course, as soon as he starts recording, can I keep him balanced? It's been recording. It's mildly entertaining.
Hi there, guys. Welcome to today's Captain's Blog. It's 12:02 hours on Saturday, the 5th of November. It's the 5th of November.
Am I supposed to remember it? Remember.
Yeah.
Remember.
They got them. I think they got the Million Mask March today.
Something like that.
In the park or something like that. I got invited to that. So, it's Saturday. I'm getting ready. Yesterday, as you will see, you've probably seen by now, we got the badass new battery donated by our very good friends at Cisco. Thank you, gentlemen. And Mom made a comment saying that our forklift looks like hell. And she's just completely disappointed in me, and that I'm a horrible person to have a forklift that looks like this. So today is going to be Pimp My Forklift. This is my project. I'm going to start out today. I probably won't get done today. It's going to take me a few days to do this. But I'm going to pimp out the Caterpillar forklift. It's going to be a thing. I'm going to do this just for Mom, and because it's for Mom, there will be some special Mom-specific enhancements to the forklift. So that's my project du jour. First, though, we have to make a hole. So we're making a hole, which we can do now because we have a forklift that works. I'll be back. The first load on the new battery and forklift is me. Watch out on you there, Batman. You got some lines and shit.
Simple green super yeah, we don't want to.
Oh, you want to refill your Simple Green thing. See if that's empty. If it is, I'm going to put something other than Simple Green in it.
No, it's already labeled for Simple Green.
Yeah, but I can use the bilge cleaner in there and it'd work great.
I have another spray bottle.
Oh, okay.
Messing up the Simple Green system.
Alright.
Simple Green system should not be everywhere. Simple Green and Simple Green only.
Wow. So, some things have nested up here. That's good, Batman. Oh, wow, they go alternate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool as hell. That's neat. Alright.
Are they closed now?
They are closed for the winter.
Oh, the response is way better.
Oh, yeah.
It's like receives signals. I didn't fix the brakes.
Yeah, we should.
I'm hoping maybe that just would fix the brakes.
No, but we'll get Sam and Mitch and let them dick with it. You gonna drop this here?
So it's painting right here, ain't we?
No, I'm gonna paint over here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Put out a couple game boards. We're good.
So safety hook engaged.
Safety hook is disengaged. You can go. Could sweep that up.
Etch a sketch style.
Wow.
All of the surface finish.
You know we have hole saws that size, right?
Yeah, I don't know if you want a whole saw 3/4 inch thick.
I've done it.
I think you get a little gummy.
No, you just got to use the right one.
I should have told you, we have an adjustable hole cutter that you can mount in the middle.
Oh, we have one that like holds the tool bit.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Yeah, fly cutter. You got that.
Damn it!
Not fly cutter.
Yeah, fly cutter.
No, it's still a hole saw.
It's a
hole cutter.
Okay.
A hole cutter. Fly cutters for certain stuff. Or boring if you're really, really bored.
No, there's. Excuse me, is there a computer over there, please?
Yeah.
Alright. Should be. Like I'm done.
I'm assuming you're a member?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
the kid with the senior project.
Ah, okay. Totally cool then. Megan! I need to ask you about a thing. I'll be back. I have a million things. Alright, it's 12:32. I'm calling it. Hi guys, my name is Chris Boden. Welcome to the Geek Group. Today we're going to do something interesting for the Saturday tour. Every Saturday we give a tour on a regular basis. I don't even want to think of how many dozens of times. I have videoed this tour because we have members all around the globe and they like keeping up to date on the progress of the lab as we do remodel and stuff like that. One of the people who has watched a lot of these tours is Rachel Nant, right here. Who is visiting from the United Kingdom and arrived last night very late and is quite thoroughly jet lagged at this moment.
Yes, I am.
Has been in the building for less than 24 hours, but has watched me give this tour about 100 times. This is VJ, who is awesome. He works downstairs in our computer lab. In fact, he's in charge of our computer lab, and he knows the building inside and out, and has watched me give about 100 of these tours. I do this every week. So today, because I have to pick a forklift, and because the people who normally give the tour are on assignment, on location, out at Woodland Mall right now, Barnes & Noble doing the Maker Faire, because I am a mean and horrible person, Rachel's giving the tour!
Yay!
Rachel, who is absolutely 100% comfortable speaking in front of groups of people, and knows absolutely everything there is to know about this building, and will do just fine. I encourage all of you to torment the hell out of her. VJ has her back because I won't totally throw somebody under the bus. I'm not that mean. So you two trade off with the blog camera. Have fun. You want to finish up in the print shop. That's your last room. When you get in the print shop, have VJ radio me, and I'll do the high voltage, and then I'll handle the Q&A. Okay. I won't make you do the Q&A. After you guys get a tour of the entire building, we'll meet back here where you get to ask absolutely any questions about anything to do with this company that you can possibly have. I'm not only the high voltage physics guy, I actually run the place, so I tend to know stuff. But bonus points if you can tell me. So with that, I give you to Rachel. Thank you. Don't screw up! They're all watching you, and we're blogging this. It's going on the internet, and you're on live television, so you're going to do fine.
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
So in here, so make sure you start the Q&A.
Oh.
Okay,
I'm trying to
I will.
remember how the door even starts.
Do you want me to take over immediately?
Because
Yeah, okay, so if you all follow me, this is the lobby, as I'm sure you all know. You can come here, grab a bagel, grab a soldering iron, work on a project. It's totally normal. Come, hang out, work on projects. We have public workstations where if you want to do CAD modeling or even some development, we have Visual Studio. So if you want to write code, you can do it on some machines. Over here we have a 3D printing station, where anything you design in Inventor or AutoCAD, you can print out your life. Actually physically touch the object. We charge like 15 cents a gram, so it's only enough to recover the cost of the material. You don't pay time for the machine. So it's pretty great. And we have things from these little few centimeter machines to the big one over there, which printed a bust of Carl Sagan, which is behind the whiteboard, which you can't actually reach around. Over this way, we have AV.
Okay. I see the box. Oh, it's actually open. Yay. Okay.
So over here we have the visual department where all of our videos are made. If you want to learn how to edit videos or do animations, we can hook you up with an internship to teach that. We also have a recording studio back here, so if you want to learn how to produce music, by all means, come help out with the recording studio. You can go through the entire process of recording, mixing, mastering music.
Do you have editing as far as video?
Yes.
Yes, that's all done in AV as well.
Okay.
So if you want to sign up for an AV internship, we can have someone help you out. Now if you want to head back out the door, down the stairs.
What type of equipment do you use as far as software and
Mainly the Adobe suite.
Adobe?
Yeah. Ready up, just grab out that door. This way.
Off you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Off to you. Thank you.
Everybody, here we have the MDH. This is where all of our large-scale demonstrations and projects are.
And we have releases. Releases.
Dog.
She doesn't want to go out. I'm trying to give her a bath.
Which of course she does not want. Releases.
Hey.
Looks like she's over
Come on, big dumb dog. It's just, oh my god.
Here we have the large equipment. We have started the wood shop with all.
What room is this?
This is the
The main demonstration hall.
You interrupted.
Yeah.
So we have the beginning of the wood shop with a large panel saw. If you come in with just big sheets of plywood and want to cut it down to size, we can do that here. We have the saw stop, which is a very interesting piece of equipment, which has capacitive touch on the blade.
What it really means is if you try and put your fingers through the saw, it will stop.
I was going to explain it. Do you want to take over the tour?
For this bit, I actually know what I'm talking about. We also have band camera. We also have a band sander, manual mill, CNC lathe, and then that's a CNC mill. So
That's
there's other parts. If you need to make something circular with odd surface features that are all generally circular, that's your machine. Then in that room is the sheet router.
The what?
Sheet router. Router, sorry.
Router?
Sheet router. A sheet router is another way to cut things out, but this is really fun things. So if you've got to profile, we actually had this make a model of the world on that before. Big profiling, and that's your machine. Big object.
I see more outboard motors here. Do you work? Do they have equipment here that you can work on those?
Yeah. That is the vehicular sciences lab. So this is where you can come to work with cars with pressure points. There is hundreds of tools for doing things like oil changes, working on motors, working on pretty much anything you want to work on.
Like on an inboard, outboard,
Yeah.
they have different tools that you have to have a special tool. Do they usually have those
Yes,
tools?
and if we don't have the tool, because we have more tools than bulky and harbour freight cells even in our tool room. And so if we don't have a tool, we'll find the tool and help you buy it.
We kind of went through that editing pretty quick. I do have a couple of questions. I have a TV show and we do a lot of editing. So how available is that room for editing?
The editing is mostly done for our stuff. We use it for our main YouTube channel.
That one, because that's a little left.
Yeah, okay.
The video production facilities of the Geek Group are available for internal use, and we do internships and things like that. If you have a need to be able to have access to an editing suite and things like that, we absolutely wholeheartedly recommend Community Media Center, which is in our backyard.
Yeah.
They have full editing suites and everything. They're set up to make that available for the public. It's what they do. And I made a deal a long, long time ago with the owner there that I would never do anything to compete with them because a lot of what we do started out there. So if you want to do production of a television show or anything like that, absolutely go right over to Bridge Street. They're straight over there and they're awesome.
Yeah, and that would cost extra money.
You don't pay us to go there. You
Yeah.
talk to them.
Oh, I mean, you pay that.
I have no idea if they charge or what they
Oh,
charge
okay.
or anything. Right?
Okay.
I haven't been a member there since like 1992, so
Okay.
it's been a while.
But so to finish answering your question about tools, if we don't happen to look up to get the tool, but we probably be able to.
Okay. I was just reading online because I have a keyboard outboard that I need a special tool for.
Yeah, and they're
That we can help with.
Okay,
Exactly.
good. Good, thank you.
We also have various miscellaneous tools on these benches here, chop saw, various sanding and finishing tools, for any woodworking, metalworking, or plastic working projects you have. Including a full wood shop, which is coming. What's next? Robotics. Okay.
Good question. Am I allowed to take pictures at all? Or?
Yes.
Technically. Okay.
I mean, you're on live TV, we're on cameras all over this building, so if you want to take pictures of most things, then that's absolutely fine. So moving on to the robotics page.
Rachel, from the diaphragm, it's a whole crowd and they can't hear you in the cheap seats.
Come over to the robotics cage.
Where are you from in the United Kingdom? How far is that from Liverpool? Right side. Liverpool. Okay. Yeah, just enough Ringo to freak me out.
I did live up north for 3 years.
Okay.
So,
It's actually north of Liverpool.
Yeah, but the entire country is the size of like, half of Michigan. So
yes, but we've got more accents than you practically have. So,
Like, you could go one city over across, like, nothing, and the accents don't mean
which still to this day makes like very I can't remember what we did this one. So DJ,
I
I can't.
DJ.
Oh, VJ.
this is VJ. TJ's the short one.
Yes, indeed. So unfortunately, I can't give the robot demo. I'm not technically qualified to run the robot. Chris can.
Maybe.
I mean, I know how to run it. I'm just not.
Whether or not I can give the robot depends on how bad the previous person screwed it up, but I'll do what I can.
All right, it should be on the tour program.
I think it is.
All right, so this is Justin. Yes, Justin. Jeff was the previous one. I had to make sure I didn't get that wrong.
Yes, this is Justin.
He came out of a GM facility a while ago, but he used to be welding and holding parts for cars. But now, he works for us. So if you want to learn how to program industrial robots, make them move anything, you can do that here. We have the materials, the resources, and the actual robot. A lot of places, especially if you go to school for this stuff, it's a group of 5 or 6 on one robot, and you don't really get a lot of time on the robot. You say, okay, you have the professor vet your program, and if it runs, it runs. You don't actually get to physically interact with the robot. However, here, everything's together. It's a very real possibility you could screw up and the robot will kill you.
I made the robot work and I didn't break nothing. Yay!
But if you want to learn industrial robotics, you can come here and learn how to operate the big robots. This is 6 tons, it can extend up to 12 feet, lift to 250 kilograms, it can throw you across the room with no problem and it won't even flinch. Do you want to continue vlogging?
I'll continue vlogging for the
Okay,
moment.
now we're going over to the workshop. So if you'll follow me.
Okay.
So to the wood shop. Follow him.
Go ahead.
They're repainting the forklift today, so they're repainting that forklift today. So.
Sounds like it's a wonderful project there.
Oh yeah.
Did I just hear ask Rachel?
I don't know.
Possibility.
Somebody just
You might be on.
What about, are we going to come back to look at the car lot lift and all that?
After the tour, you can come and have a good look at that. And, as it,
Well,
we have to keep it somewhat fast-paced, otherwise you won't actually get through it in any reasonable amount of time, because the place is just that big.
oh, okay. Got a few.
But you're absolutely welcome after the tour to come and have a proper look and ask appropriate people anything you want about it.
Like, let's say building a table, refinishing some furniture, you want to make a puzzle box, you can do that in here. We have all the tools, we have manual lathes, we have hole saws, we have drills, bandsaws, belt sanders. We used to have a planner, but it seems to have gone missing. Good question?
Yeah, on the stuff that you have here to use, how do you set up to where you can come in and use it? Do you have to make an appointment?
If you're a member and no one else is using it and you have the training on the machine, which is just have a staff member who knows how to use the machine come and show you how, and if you use it. You don't have to do like a special training course that costs $80 or rent the machine. For certain things you do, like the sheet router, the CNC lathe, and the vehicle hoist in the MDH, those you all have to reserve and use because they're large machines and it takes a while to set up and tear down, and you can't just have people freely using those. But other than that, all the equipment here, if you know how to use it, for the most part, you can just use it. We have a finishing room over there with paint booths, so if you want to stain your furniture, paint something, we have paint booths and respirators and paint and sandblasters and everything up there.
So you're saying first come, first served?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
You could theoretically put a reservation on a room if you're doing a large group and everyone's a member and there's more logistics to it, but you could reserve theoretically a room or something. Now we're going to go to the computer lab, which is where I live.
Yep. Getting out the
I
way,
just wanted to
because
go around the walls. So we're staking down here, further into the depths of the building.
No, go ahead.
All right, thanks.
after you, please.
Go ahead.
I'm going to make sure everybody gets the right place.
Geek crew!
Locker rooms.
They were. That used to be shower rooms.
So
Back when this was the wine.
You know, you do each other's?
Alright, so here we have the computer lab, and when one says computer lab, they traditionally drop a roll of paper towels. They traditionally think of rows of desks with computers where people can come type up Word documents, etc., etc. We use lab in the more traditional sense, where you have a computer problem, come here. We can fix it, you can take it apart, you can fix it yourself, we can teach you how to fix it. You want to build a computer, we have the parts and the excess materials. If you want to learn enterprise networking, we have racks full of switches and the ability to teach you how stuff in the real world, in real world IT works. If you want to volunteer process computers for people in need, you can do that here. Anything involving a computer that's not manufacturing microchip, you pretty much do it in here.
Yeah, hi. So this computer lab, besides the hardware and stuff, we do like programming, like
Yes.
stuff and stuff.
Yep.
Yes, we can do, among the staff, the languages that the entire staff knows can range
These
from
don't work on
Go
that
to Delphi
machine?
to C++ to C to assembly to Python to PHP, everywhere.
Pretty well name your language. We probably have somebody who knows that language.
Even the more esoteric ones like Knobloch.
Yeah.
So
Or VHDL.
Okay, well that's not a
we don't
problem.
count that.
Yes, we do.
You can definitely bring it back. We can exchange it. That's not an issue. Yeah. It's not an issue. We have more of them. We can definitely exchange it for work. No big deal.
I'm sure they probably know what's where. They probably have some system that just isn't evident.
Thank you.
They
No problem
probably
at all.
know exactly what they're doing.
Do you want to take over? I feel you're more familiar.
I can't remember what edge spiel is for this run.
Edge
so-
spiel, I don't remember either, but I can ad-lib it.
So could I.
Alright then.
Right, so this is electronics. In this room, you have all the tools and parts you need to be able to make pretty much any electronic circuit you want, be it for controlling cameras. We've built custom circuits for this to be able to control pan tilt, zoom, all from a web browser remotely, all the way through to being able to use board mills to be able to make an actual printed circuit board here in the lab to go from art to part. An idea in your head of a cool circuit that you've got in mind to an actual circuit that you can hold in your hands that does what you want it to do. We also have a good range of oscilloscopes and other test equipment so that if you've got problems with the circuit, you can figure out what those problems are and fix them here.
Do you have any examples of any current projects being worked on in here, something that's been developed?
So at the moment, unfortunately it's really tricky to see, but this piece of breadboard here is running a really accurate temperature sensor and humidity sensor. This is something that editor, our electronics guy, has been working on for a couple of months now, just because.
It's a sensor for the room, or like a computer, or?
It could be either. I mean, it's just using custom circuit board, this little tiny thing, which has on it, on the front here, a little sensor that does the magic for figuring out what the temperature of the room is, what the humidity is, or it could be inside of a case, it could be name your project. And this just plugs into a breadboard or other pluggable system, gives you what that data is.
How much is really accurate? What does that mean?
It's like within 5 significant digits or something like that.
It's 5 significant digits,
Okay.
so 0.00001 accurate. It's a lot of words.
And you yourself can come here and learn how to do this.
Is the accuracy in line with the precision? It
Yes.
can be very precise and still be off by 1 degree.
Yes. So that chip is designed, it has actually got some extra special things you need to do in the circuit board for perfect accuracy, but it is designed to very accurately, very precisely take temperature readings where it really matters. So it was actually originally intended for scientific application,
Okay.
where that matters a lot.
The reason I brought it up, our school had a slide rule that multiplied 2 by 2 to get 4.02. And very precise, slightly inaccurate.
Yes.
Okay.
So in electronics, the two usually go hand in hand, just by the nature of how it works.
Okay.
But you are right to bring that one up.
Okay.
So on to the aeronautics lab, through there.
I'm a troublemaker. I'm a troublemaker. That's it?
You like that?
No, I don't know. Actually, I used to be a problem solver.
Oh, you mean an engineer?
No, I was in data processing.
Okay.
What are you doing now?
I'll let you do this.
Oh, okay, you want me to do this one? Okay, so welcome to RC.
Like if you did a colored print or something, what's a colored print cost?
I'm not the right person to ask for that.
Okay.
Ask Liz.
Okay. I'm cool with
Yeah,
that.
I'm lucky.
Everybody come on down here. The vantage point for this is right back here. Welcome to High Voltage Lab. This is my co-boss. I am the resident high voltage energy physics weirdo. This is kind of my job. And I'm going to show you a brand new test coil that is still in development. It's not even officially tuned yet, but it looks good enough for government work. Clear coil!
Might want to step back.
System safe. Going hot.
Does that mess with my pacemaker?
That won't, but mention that to Chris in a second.
Alright guys, come on down this way. I'm going to show you some more toys.
I got a pacemaker. You don't have anything good in the store.
You're totally cool.
Okay.
You know how you can tell?
If I'm alive when
You're
I
still
walk
standing
out.
up. Yeah. If it was one of the big coils, we do a warning in that, but with the little ones, they're very safe.
What is that? 3-phase? Or what is
No,
that?
that's single phase. Yeah, that's that one's running off of 240 into the cabinets, off to over here. It's at 14,000 volts for the tank circuit. Takes it up to about 25 kilovolts.
One other question, not for here, was in printing. What's a color print cost?
I have no idea, but I can find out.
Okay.
They're usually pretty cheap. All right, so you are my volunteer. Hi. This is my big red button of science, so I'm going to come back to this, but you'll be my person for this in a minute. Okay, cool. First, I need... You've never done this before. Are you terrified? Good, that's exactly what I need. Come back here. This is primary cover. Okay. Secondary, you pull it, turn it. Okay, cool. I'm going to grab my safety gloves. Now, how many of you have seen the cartoons, the public service announcements, all that stuff about never touch a down power line? Oh my God, down power lines will come in the night and kill our children. I'm about to show you one. And for that, I need these. I don't actually need these for safety or anything. I just grew up in a dairy farm, and this is like a comfort. Primary power on. Stand by for secondary. Wait for it. Go ahead. Pull hard. There you go. So these are the same transformers you can see on a telephone pole near your house, except these are just way bigger than what you're used to. And right now, on the end of my awesome high voltage line of science, I have the equivalent of a power line. In fact, this is twice the voltage of a regular power line in your neighborhood. We double up the transformers in series. This is what a power line looks like on the ground. That's it. You can probably barely see it from back there. It's only half inch long. And that's what a power line looks like when it's sitting on the ground. This is what they look like if you touch one and burn it out. Can you see that? Yeah. It's kind of noticeable. Kill it. Thank you. And kill burner. And that's why you don't touch down power lines. It will kill you. It will take a while. And it hurts the whole time you're dying. So, I like to finish with a bang. And I have a whole drawer full of these. We prepared just special for you. This is a piece of aluminum mesh. And as you can see right through it, it's just a piece of mesh. There's no hidden compartments or pockets or anything like that. This is just aluminum and nothing more. I'm going to take this piece of aluminum mesh, I'm going to put it out here on the test stand. You want to watch this. This is where all the action happens, right here. We are now loaded. You ready for this? Everybody's counting on you. What's your name? Aaron? So this is my big red button of science. I'm going to talk for about 90 seconds. And then you're going to hear this sound 3 times in a row. Okay? And then I'm going to touch you on the shoulder so that you know I'm talking to you and not the whole crowd. And then I'll say clear to fire. All you have to do when I say clear to fire is step on the button. Okay? You're completely in control. Nothing exciting or loud is going to happen until you push on the button. So you're driving, okay? So you got this. And there's really no way to screw it up. Like I just
It's going to happen back.
It's going to happen way over there. You're going to see that do something cool. Because we're going to put a lot of electricity in it. A whole lot. Now, how many of you know what a volt, an amp, and a watt actually are? Shut up, you work here. we have an electrical engineer. Cool. EE or what? Electrician, engineer?
Oh no, I just was educated in basic electrician.
Okay, cool. Cool. Engineer?
Food science, but physics,
How do you
chemistry.
get food science?
So we have to take physics and chemistry. I get it,
Okay,
man.
I support this. Alright, all the rest of you are about to learn. Think of electricity like water in a pipe. Volt is how we measure the pressure, how far the hose will shoot. Amps is the flow, it's how big around your hose is. And watts is volts times amps. Oh my dear God! No! No, you won't do that to me. Not in my house. You won't. Are you shooting video? That's great. Video is great and awesome, and I love you for it. But no, I want to show you some magic. Watch this. Inside this machine right now, you see how there's a little clock at the top? And you see how you can read the clock? Okay. Now you see how like everything's right side up like a little camera thing? Watch this machine magic. It's going to turn to 90 degrees. You can get everything. It's going to take a second, but it'll catch up. And then you can shoot video like that. And now you're not shooting vertical video. Because vertical video is going to, it will give us peace without us. Oh my God. What did you do to that monkey? Okay, so, vertical video is my personal, like, it's a thing. We produce a lot of videos here, so like my personal mission to make the world a better place is to eradicate vertical video. So, voltage is how we measure pressure, how far the hose will shoot. Amperage is how big around your hose is. And watts is the easy one. Watts is volts times amps. Watts is how far we can blast Aaron across the parking lot with the fire hose. That's the second part of this. So it's really simple. You have pressure, flow, and how fast you can fill the bathtub. A regular AA battery that you all know and love is 1.5 volts at maybe 1 amp. So you get about 1.5 watts out of a AA battery. That's it. A car battery is good for 12 volts at a couple hundred amps for very short time. And a regular wall socket in your house is 120 volts at usually 15 amps. Heavy duty ones go up to 20. So 15 amps at 120 volts gives you 1800 watts. This is how you know the guy trying to sell you the 5,000 watt home stereo amplifier is lying to you. There's only 1800 watts in the wall. You can't have any more than that. In a moment, Aaron's going to push the button, and when you do, you will discharge 1,800 volts at 80,000 amps, and volts times amps gives us 144 million watts. So for a very, very, very tiny amount of time, it takes you a 60th of a second to blink. This is going to go from start to finish in 3,000ths of a second. So it's over just instantly. But for that time, you're going to put more energy through that piece of aluminum than every single building in the entire city of Grand Rapids is using at that moment, all put together. You have your own little power plant at the press of a button. So it's pretty cool. This will be loud, it will not hurt you. But if you're not expecting it, you might pee a little, which is why we do this so we let people know this is about to happen. Alright, if you want to plug your ears, this is the time. If you want to be hardcore, don't. You're alive. You made it. Normal people wait until after I say clear to fire, but if that works for you, you don't have any extra holes in you, you're not deaf or blind, you're totally fine. See, you made it. You've done legit science now. In fact, you scienced the hell out of that. Thank you. Alright, now we get to do anarchy. Everybody follow me.
So that system there, is there anything you like to build up? Or
Repeating it.
better demonstration than ever. That was cool, man.
And that's why we call it
Mm-hmm. Best way to explain it.
because you felt that in your chest.
Yeah, well, not only that, but to have it tangible and to see it happen. Everybody talks about it, but to see it happen, yeah, that was cool.
Everybody come on in and see. Oh! There's a thing for you back here if you wanted to see it. Everybody come on in and have a seat. I promise you can all look at the trees for your second.
This is on a TV set.
DJ, you're going to want to be at the back.
Yeah, I'm trying to, excuse me.
Oh dear God. Payback. Somebody please switch live stream to lobby. We got everybody? Cool. Alright. This is the most terrifying part of my week and one of the best parts of my job. In a few moments, you're going to see that switch over, and they're going to put us onto the live stream. Can somebody please switch live stream to lobby? Okay, thank you. I have no control over who any of you are. At this moment, we have people in the room from all over the world. You could be West 5 barflies, you could be factory rats, you could be billionaire philanthropists, and we get everything in between. You have now just toured our entire building and seen all of our secret sauce and all the stuff we do here. I am the president and founder of the Geek Group, which means everything in this building is ultimately my responsibility. A couple months ago, we did something remarkable. There's 2,200 nonprofits in the city of Grand Rapids. They're all, every year, constantly being reviewed by a company called GuideStar. They're like super-duper consumer reports for nonprofits. Okay? Every foundation, every organization, from the Cherry Street Health Clinic to the Dog Catcher to us, everybody gets reviewed by the high and mighty GuideStar. Out of those 2,200 nonprofits, there are exactly 3 that have a GuideStar Platinum rating, and we're one of them. And the reason that we are is because we are fanatical about accountability and transparency, which is why, as the president of the company, every week after the tour, I go on live television and open myself up to questions from anybody who wants to ask absolutely anything about me, the company, what we do, how we do it, anything like that. I do this because we teach people about science and technology and things like that. And a foundation of science is critical thinking, logic, and reason, asking questions and demanding evidence. And if I can get you to learn that you can come here and ask questions and demand evidence of people in positions of authority, this will teach you that you can do it to other places as well. This matters a great deal to me because someday she's going to vote. And this is how I get to ruin it for everybody else who's screwing us all over. So this is my way of making the world a little bit better place. So what do you want to know? You can ask absolutely anything you want. I have no notes. I have no possible way to prepare for this. I have no net. And I have somebody who's seen me do this 100 times and God knows the question she still knows now. Hit me.
Yes, one of our guys mentioned quarter.
Yeah, we crush quarters. We have, you just saw Project Thumper go off, the big boom. That's Thumper, that's the little one. We have a much bigger version called Project Stomper that does 1.8 billion watts. And just look. I have one right here. This is a real quarter. We put a regular uncrushed quarter in the package because there are people in like the UK who have no idea what the hell a quarter looks like. And this is one after we crush it, you can see it's now the size of a dime. We put a 1.8 billion watts through a magnetic field, and we put the quarter in the center of the magnetic field. And something you can check out, we give away all the secrets to how it's done in great detail. We made a video, it's on our YouTube channel, and just do a search for Project Stomper Walkthrough, and it'll take you through the whole thing, and it's beautifully done video. It was made by that gentleman right there. And it shows how it's done. But basically what we do is exactly what you saw, except instead of putting it through a piece of aluminum and just blowing a really big fuse, we put it through a coil of wire. The quarter goes in the center of the coil of wire. It's held in place by a special cord. And the whole thing goes in a big tank about this big around, about that high, of sand. And the sand contains the shrapnel. And then that is encased in a B4 stainless steel, it's a heavy gauge stainless steel tank. That tank is encased in fiber reinforced concrete. It's got about half a ton, maybe a ton of concrete. No. Then that is encased in another stainless steel box. And the whole thing goes into a bunker down in back behind the building, and you can't be in the room when it goes off. It's an Old Testament God. It's got lots of rules and no forgiveness. And you don't want to be anywhere near it when it goes off. To give you an idea, when Thumper goes off, the one you heard, you can hear that outside on the corner, no problem. You can be a block away and hear that go off. When Stomper goes off, you can't hear it, you can feel it at Walgreens. So, yeah, it's vicious. It's really fun though. And we sell the quarters for like 20 bucks a piece, all over the book. So, and I made a machine that you put 25 cents in, you get $20 out. That's a good idea. Go.
So is the force that's crushing the quarter just the electromagnetic force, or is there actually a physical force being applied on it?
Yes.
The both?
Okay. You took physics. Electricity and magnetism are the same thing, right? Two sides of the same car of a coin. Yep. So you induce it, you put electricity through the coil of wire. The coil of wire makes a magnetic field. That magnetic field induces an electrical current in the coin that's at the center of the field, right? The electrical current swirling around the inside of the coin induces its own electromagnetic field. Those fields are in opposition. The coil wants to explode outward. The coin needs to be crushed inward because the coil's trying to push against the coin's trying to push against the coil. So what happens is the coin starts to shrink, but it doesn't get to stop because in 4/100,000ths of a second, the coil doesn't exist anymore. So it can't put the... Imagine taking a whole coil of like 20 turns of pretty beefy, the same wire you use in your house, the solid copper like you use in your house, and wind that up in a, think about that around, and then put so much force on it, like just grabbing it, that the wire shatters into little needles of copper. That's what it does. And we scoop them all up and recycle them. Next. Go.
It's kind of off-base question here, but when we were downstairs, we didn't get to see the hoist, put cars on and stuff like that.
Okay. What do you want to know about?
Well, I just want to know.
You skipped the entire VSL.
No, we covered it.
But you didn't talk about the hoist. Yes, I did. You have failed me. Okay.
Or whatever. It doesn't matter. Like I want to put, let's say I want to put brakes on the car, I
Sure.
can do that.
Yeah.
And where's that cost?
I think it's like $5 an hour to use the hoist. Almost everything in the building is included in the 20 bucks a month, except things that cost us a significant amount of money above and beyond that. And then we charge just enough to cover it. We charge $5 an hour to use the hoist because otherwise I have people that set up camp on it for weeks at a time.
Okay.
And that sucks for us and it sucks for our members. So I think it's like $5 an hour. It's really cheap. And brakes are a normal, everyday thing that we have people do all the time. I got a guy down there right now swapping an engine in a Saturn.
And the boat there, I see that's an inboard, outboard.
Yeah, that's my boat actually.
Oh, that's your boat?
Yep, that one.
You have the same problem I do, I think. But anyway, you have the tools. I was looking on the computer and it showed us a type of tool you need to unloosen the, what's it called?
Any tools we don't have that you need, we'll get.
Okay.
Yeah. Within reason, that's been a standard thing. And it's a totally, it's more and more rare now, but it's not uncommon for somebody to come in with a thing exactly like that. Like, I need this weird tool. Right. And we don't have it. What's it cost? $300. And which is why you don't have that tool. And we go out and we buy the tool. That happens all the time. Sure.
And how much does it cost to be a member?
$20 a month. That's it. It's Taco Bell 1 day a week. And at $30 a month, it's everybody in your house.
Do you pay 20 a month, or do you pay for the whole year?
You can do it any way you want. You can buy monthly, quarterly, or yearly. I think there's a 6-month in there somewhere too. I'm not sure. Yeah.
On the hoist, one other question. Do you call and make an appointment?
You can book it on our website. You can call and do it. You can set that way. You know, like it'll be available. You can reserve it. All that jazz. Yeah. And if the hoist isn't being used and isn't booked on that day, you can just walk in and do it. Yeah. Which happens. Membership here. I got you. We'll get there. Membership here is $20 a month. And the reason the membership here is $20 a month is because last year it was $40 a month, and I sat in this chair and said the only reason membership here is $40 a month is because I hadn't figured a way to get down to 20. We did. And I'm kind of proud of the fact that in a world where prices go up every year, ours cut in half. The idea is I wanted it to get low enough where it got down to the shut up and take my money level. And most people who come through here and see what we do and see that we really do have more tools here for you to use than Home Depot has for sale. They just, yeah, shut up and take my money. And just I want to make this stuff available to everybody. I want you to come here and learn how to weld. Because damn it, you can.
My dad was a welder.
There, see? You can do this. And I want him to come here and learn how to use the computer-controlled embroidery machines. And all of that. Specialization is for insects. All of you are smart people. You can all do stuff. I want her to learn how to use a power drill. Like today, I want her to learn how to use a drill press. You know why? How old are you? You're 10. So you've spent pretty much your entire life with people telling you don't do that, you can't do that because you're too little. You'll hurt yourself. Oh dear God, you'll hurt yourself. We have to protect the wee precious children. We really don't. We don't. She's 10. They haven't even paid for college yet. She's easy to replace. It's not hard. This is what I think. I think I don't have to treat you like you're dumb just because you're 10. I think that you're smart enough to know if you drill a hole through your hand, it's going to suck. You don't want to do that because stupid hurts, right? And I know in my heart that if I teach her that she can be held accountable for her actions, that she can be trusted with responsibility, that's how we get a generation of kids that we can trust with responsibility. What a concept!
Brilliant.
Hey, we've skipped out on that for 2 great. Conversely, that's the last generation that can do long division in their head. I'm just saying. Okay. And that's why we do this stuff. That's why everything in this building wants to kill you. Nothing here is kid safe. Nothing here is dumbed down. Nothing here is oversimplified. It's as simple and safe as we can reasonably make it. You're used to hearing safety first. That's not how it works in the real world. In the real world, safety is about third on a good day. And it's my job to teach the kids that the kid that eats too many marbles doesn't grow up to have kids that eat too many marbles. So that's why I trust you with power tools.
You must got kicked out of shop.
No, I got kicked out of band. Yeah. Hit me.
I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
Number one, how do you, because this is like a self-guided.
Yes.
So I understand how the adults come in and work with the children, but how does the children get involved?
They have a parent. Ooh. It's true. Now you're like, but I don't know how to solve it. It's okay. Here's how it works. How old are you? Why does everybody have to think about that when I ask? Did you notice that? I asked her, how old are you? Oh, shit. 10. I got this. Okay. You, on your own, cannot come here and hang out. The reason why is lawyers and insurance companies. And because we are not a daycare center, but you have a mom who is an experienced parent and has way more experience beating the hell out of you than I ever will. And I support this. I absolutely support child abuse. So your job is to bring them here and be like, what do you want to do? Figure that out. Anything you want, I don't care. If you want to build rockets, robots, high voltage, chemistry, electronics, I don't care. Your job is to make sure they don't die. My job is to be able to say, when you want to learn how to solder, okay, I got a guy who will help you learn how to solder. I won't build your project, but I'll help you learn how to use every possible tool in this building you could ever want to use. That's my job. There are no guarantees of success. You don't get a medal just for showing up, because that's not how the real world works. You can build anything you want, even if what you want to build is stupid and I know it won't work. If you two want to come in here and build free energy machines, I'll let you do that. I'll help you do that. And I know it won't work. And he will teach you why, because he took physics and he knows the second law of thermodynamics. But that's how it works. There's always someone here that will help you accomplish what you need to do for this step. There is no question you can ask in the world of science technology that we can either not help you get the answer for or help you get to. And we have things like the IRC, which is Super Google. We have a group of a ridiculously large number of people who just hang out on the internet all day long. And one of the things they do is hang out in our chat room. And they're there to help you answer questions. So you can go to them and be like, I have this bolt, I need to know what nut fits it, and they will know. It's freaky. It's a whole collection of really smart people. And they go from her age to his age. And they like puzzles. They like to solve problems for people. And a lot of them are members here that are just doing this because they're not here at this moment. Make sense?
What time do you open and what time do you close?
For new members and the public, we open at 10 a.m. We close weekdays at 9 or 10 p.m. We just changed the hours. I think it's 10 to 10. And for vetted members, it's 24/7. We will give you a key. A vetted member is somebody who's been around here long enough for 3 staff members to agree, yeah, we can trust them. It's once you're past the point where we know you're not a complete moron, we can trust you with power tools, and you're not dumb enough to try and steal from a building with 180 cameras, we'll give you a key. And then 24/7. And you can come and spend all day, all night, whatever you want. It's a weird concept, but it actually works. Next question. Go.
So, are there other locations? Like
Yes.
So did you found this location, or did you found the national?
Well, I founded the company.
Okay.
All of it. And if you live an hour outside of Boise, and you can find 10 people who want to get together every week and just tinker and build stuff in your garage, you can have a chapter of the Geek Group. You can say, we want to be the Boise chapter of the Geek Group, and go nuts. And we'll help you with logos and setup and design and all that stuff.
So, like, for example, somewhere like Chicago, anywhere, do they have a facility? Is there one?
I don't know if we have a Chicago chapter.
Okay.
But we have other chapters all over the world, in Australia and Singapore
Gotcha.
and all over Europe. And yeah, that's a thing. They vary in size from like a dozen guys getting together in a dorm room to places that they have a dedicated building and it's a business and they're doing stuff.
So then another question. So as far as chemistry-wise, what do you guys care about?
Squat. We had a chemistry lab. I can't say a beautiful chemistry lab, but I had a chemistry lab that didn't suck. And we got it all built. We had 2 whole rooms downstairs. The high school and the aeronautics lab was a chemistry lab. Because I was like, this is great, chemistry, and I got a guy and he was a lot like you. He was young, and he was motivated, and he was raw. And then he got a really good paying job. And he moved halfway around the world, and they sat with like nothing happening. Because you can't just have a chemistry lab, you have to have a dude. You have to have a dude so that she can come in and be like, I want to learn about litmus paper. Okay, cool. But without the dude, it dies. So for safety reasons and because it was a waste of space, I shut chemistry down, we built a high school, and we built the aeronautics lab, which is wickedly popular. Right. So chemistry is a thing that I'm interested in doing, but it's not going to happen right now. We have chemistry stuff. If you want to come here and do chemistry, you can pick a spot and do that. But as far as a dedicated lab, I don't have it right now. In fact, I just gave away the field room. Go.
You mentioned the high school, what's that?
We have the Open Doors for Self-Directed Teams. It's a high school for alternative kids. It's like homeschool, but way better done, because homeschool's almost impossible to do really well. But it's not a public high school. It's a private high school, and it's for the kids that all the other kids hate them because they blow the grade curve, and the teachers hate them because they ask the questions they don't know how to answer. And the kid that gets beat up at homecoming, it's for kids like me. And it's a safe place where it doesn't matter if you're different, it doesn't matter if you dress funny, it doesn't matter if you're the super nerd geeky kid, you're not going to get beat up at this high school. And you can ask the hard questions, and you can do... We look at high school the way we look at the National Electric Code. Okay? If you ever hire a contractor that says, I build everything to code, fire them. Code is a floor. It's the minimum crappiest, nastiest job you can possibly do and not go to jail for it. That's what code is. We view the educational standards like code. Why build it to here when you can do so much better? And just because the state says this is what you have to learn to get a diploma, well, a lot of that's really dumb, and it's a bare minimum, and we can do better. So we're doing better, and it's a high school.
Are you on the Big Bang?
No,
Okay.
that's a TV show, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, I've heard of that. I haven't owned a television since Bush got elected the second time. Go. What is this? This is you got a sparkling question?
I haven't owned a TV
Oh, okay.
I feel like I live under a rock, but I study geology, so it's appropriate.
Any other questions?
I have a goofy question, I do.
Ooh, I like goofy ones.
What's your electric bill in a month?
Hey, this! What was last month's electric bill? Total? 5,350 last month.
Dang.
My record, by the way, and I want you to all take a deep breath when I say this number. Our record electric bill. We once got an electric bill, and not long ago, 47,000. You saw that on the news? Oh, okay, yeah. We once got a $47,000 electric bill, and it was real. It wasn't like a computer error or
Was it
something.
because of some project?
No, Consumers has this brilliant idea. They decided to fire about 90% of the meter readers. So what they do is, how long have you lived in your house?
Me?
Yeah.
Like 2.5 months.
Oh, you just ruined it for the entire class.
Sorry.
All right, how long have you lived in your house?
Almost 6 years.
Okay, 6 years. At her house, Consumers has billing data, because they're very good at keeping track of billing data, that goes back since she built her house. Okay? And they know that every June she pays about $50 for electric bill. And every December she pays about $30 for electric bill, because she's not running the air conditioner, it goes that low. And I'm just making round numbers, but they know this, and they know that this data historically, and it's up and down a little bit, but it's always pretty close. It's always about that for the same month of the year every year. And they figured out, we don't actually have to read the meters, because we can guess. We can estimate. And if you look at your electric bill, you see this happens all the time. They will estimate your bill for a couple months, and then they'll do an actual reading, and then they'll adjust it. Like, okay, you got a credit on your account because we overcharged you, or you owe us a little bit extra this month because we undercharged you, right? Makes sense. And statistically, overall, it works. And uses a lot fewer meter readers, and it saves money, and it makes the world a better place because yay capitalism, right? Cool. But it doesn't work all the time. For 18 months, a year and a half, they didn't read our meter. And during that time, we grew a lot and used a lot more electricity than we previously had. So they sent us a correction. For $47,000, they sent us a correction. I opened the bill, I read the bill, I pooped a little. And then I started yelling a lot. Because
your electricity turned off?
it wasn't. We had a choice. Pay it, sell the farm, pay the bill, or go out of business. Because without electricity, we lose internet, we lose live stream, we lose memberships. We're done. We're instantly out of business. And we pulled it off. And we're still paying it. We pay extra every month, like, I don't know, $2 grand, $1,500, $2 grand extra every month on top of our regular bill. And we just grind. And we hope like hell that they don't get a wild hair up their butt this month and decide they want it all at once, because that's happened. And you've achieved a certain point in being screwed over when you have the personal cell phone number of the state's Attorney General. That's the level that we got met over by Consumers. But yeah, so that's our record electric bill. Average is about $5 grand. It's worse in the summertime. In the wintertime, the electric bill goes down, but the gas bill comes up. The gas bill is also about $5 grand a month. Yeah.
Do you guys do any, a lot of people who come here are just working in their pastime for just stuff they are doing.
It varies wildly. I mean, I got guys who want to come here and just do woodworking because that's their hobby, and I have guys that their company pays for half a dozen memberships for them to come here as a team
Okay.
and do advanced R&D for their company.
So then, for the geek group itself, is there any projects that get done here on the behalf of the geek group?
Oh yeah, in
Generate
fact, as
capital?
you came in, that big boat in the back parking lot, that's a group project. Like if you wanted to come and like just be like, I just want to tinker on stuff, I want to work on a group project. The big electric car in VSL is a group project.
I guess I meant, do you guys ever get contracted and ever do a job that
I will
generates
build
capital?
things for you.
Okay.
Nope. For me, not the group, the team, the tools, anything else. If you just want my brain on your project, my rates start at $500 an hour. Because I don't want to build crap for other people. I want to make my own things. I want you to build stuff. I want to help you build the awesome thing and make a multi-million-dollar company. I want her to grow up and be an engineer. I want her to get a career in professional welding and make 150 grand a year. You can do this. Dad will teach you. And that's what I want to do. I want to help other people do it. I don't want to build other people's stuff. I don't have time to build my own stuff. Any other questions? Go.
First of all, thank you for the holiday or the Halloween.
Oh, you got a computer?
There are a bunch of kids that are.
Yay!
So, I wanted to say thank you for that, but also, how are you as a geek group going to, like, there's a technological gap in the culture.
You think?
So how can we, like, get more kids to be involved or
I can't. You can't.
participate or kind of blend the gap of technology?
You asked the question. And I'm going to give you an answer that's going to make a lot of people pissed off. It's not a technology problem. It's not a money problem. It's not a race problem. It's a culture problem. And I have had a lot of people say a lot of really angry things about me, using words like white privilege and all this kind of. No, it's not it. It's chosen ignorance. It's a generation, and this isn't a new thing. Stupid's been cool for a while. This goes back to Beavis and Butthead in the 90s. And I was a fan of Beavis and Butthead. I grew up watching that, okay? But it's, today, you can look at any one of 100 modern day, just pick a music video, pick an indicator of our culture. And I'm not one of those idiots who think that like, rap music is destroying America. That's a crap. Rap music is awesome and I like a lot of it. But it's the culture of chosen stupidity that is endemic across all races and every aspect of our culture today, of the people who I don't give a shit. I don't care. What are you going to do? That is what starts the whole trail. The minute you don't care what happens to you, I don't care. What are you going to do to me? I don't care. The minute you choose ignorance, when you can do better. How many people in this room have smartphones? Okay. You have a supercomputer in your pocket with access to the sum of all human knowledge in your pocket. And we have people, I don't care. Because it's cool. Because being the nerd, being the smart kid, asking questions, makes you an outcast, a pain in the ass, and not cool instantly. And I have the impossible job of trying to make being smart sexy. For some people it is. It is for her. But for a lot of people, it's not. And if you're battling cool, and you have people that choose ignorance as a path, that path leads to prison.
But this isn't something that is introduced to a lot of cultures.
It's just there. And it isn't just America. This is global.
This is a technology. There's a huge generational gap. There's a cultural gap in technology. It's not just a, like you said, it's not just built on ignorance.
Anybody who wants it, anybody who makes the choice of, I want technology, I want access to a computer, I want to build robots, I want to learn this stuff.
You think they have it?
They absolutely do. Well, in America, they do. It isn't true everywhere in the world. But I'm looking at guys in sub-Saharan Africa who don't have technology, that are building welders from old microwave junk parts. I've seen this. If you want it, if you have that sincere, passionate desire to learn, it's there. And most people have it. If you rip away peer pressure, if you rip away culture, if you rip away all the crap that doesn't matter, there's an amazing amount of stuff that I genuinely, in my heart, don't care about. I don't care if you're straight or gay or black or white or short or fat or skinny or tall. I don't give a shit because it doesn't matter. I care about one thing, that you have a sincere and passionate desire to learn. And if you have that, man, I will move mountains. I will get shirt off my back, anything to help you do what you want to do. That's my shtick. And watch, I can prove that people have this. Watch. Where'd I go? Ah! No, shit. Where's my toy?
AV hallway?
AV hallway?
Or the entrance?
Why would you put it over there? I don't see it anywhere. DJ, go grab it.
It should have been right there in the... Yeah.
What?
It should have been right there.
Go grab it. Alright. How many of you have a smartphone? Raise your hand. Okay, so like most of you have smartphones. Now, I ain't no rocket surgeon, and I'm not a psychologist. I don't know anything about human behavior. But I'll bet on the day you bought your cell phone, you brought it home, came in a box, right? You open the box, you take it out, it's got the charger and the cord, and in the bottom of the box is a little book, which you promptly, immediately ignored because you had a shiny new toy, and you want to play with it, and you will figure it out because you're not stupid. Because people aren't stupid. And you'll figure it out. No, the card. We have the Maker Faire going on. Okay. You're killing my mojo here. Alright, then I can't do that. No, I can't do that. I'll go with the cell phone example instead. People learn on a pull system. You want to know stuff. You have a sincere, passionate desire to learn and figure out things. But the way the education system works is the exact opposite. The education system works on a push system. How many times have you heard, sit down, shut up, we're going to teach you things? Because that's how school works. Sit down, shut up, we're going to cram things into your brain. That system was invented by Prussia, back when there was a Prussia, to make really good factory workers. And it was great for several generations, but that's not how people learn. And the world went and grew up and moves a lot faster now. And not since like hundreds of years ago, Prussia. The world moves a lot faster since he was a kid. It's a whole different game now. And that's why we built a high school, to keep up. But that's how the gap starts, is just, if they want it. They gotta want it. And once they do, opportunities arise. Because it's out there. Any kid that wants, think of how many kids want various things that they're not supposed to have. And they'll get it. All they have to do is want it, because we live in a world where you'd be amazed what you can buy on Amazon. You had a question.
Oh, I was gonna ask if, like, let's say your people are just screwing around here and tinkering.
We do that all the time.
I know. Let's like hypothetically just assume this. Is there a larger body of science that you guys contribute to? Let's say you like make some amazing, cool ass.
Oh yeah.
Cool. What kind of with like National Science Foundation kind of stuff?
We actually are working on an NSF grant right now. One of the big things that we export is how we do this. Like the infrastructure of the Geek Group is portable. And you could say, want to make a makerspace in Tuscaloosa. And we can just instantly give you huge amounts of infrastructure of like how to handle donation receipts and door security. And so in fact, that's what Rachel works on, is a lot of the infrastructure of the building. It's a system, it's a building operations control system. It's called Boxy. And it's on your membership card. It's what makes your card work over there. That's a Boxy terminal. So that's one of the big things. It's all open source. You can contribute to it. You can learn how to write code and be involved and help make the world a better place.
Please
it's
do.
absolutely free.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Your 501c3
Absolutely.
that you have, does that kind of tie your hands as far as grants go?
No, it makes it possible for us to get grants.
Yeah, but there's different types of 501c3s, that's all I'm saying.
Well, there's a lot of grants that we aren't eligible for. And there's a lot of places that won't fund us because we're not a religious organization, or we're not X or Y or Z. You know, they're very. I mean, if you're giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars for a living, you get to be very picky as to who you give it to, and that's cool. It's their money; they can do what they want.
Right.
But our biggest problem in getting grants and stuff like that is simply the fact that people don't know we're here.
Yeah.
We have very little local support. Almost all of our grants come from the national level. We just got a grant today for $2,500. Yeah. So go Moose! Yeah.
Hey!
You have a person that does your grants?
Yeah, Moose right there. And Megan. Megan does grant right. The grant we got today is from Virginia Beach.
Wow.
Yeah.
The federal grant is just, it's almost, you don't dot a T or cross a
Yeah,
line.
government money isn't worth the pain. Oh my God. I've gotten one government grant ever, and
You wish you didn't.
any government grant that is less than $1 million isn't worth trying for. Because you have to have enough money come in for it to be able to hire a person who does nothing but fill out paperwork for the government grant. Like, that's their whole full-time job. And if you can't do that, don't do it. Oh God, I'm never going down that path again.
I support you above that.
Yeah. Any other questions? I've been waiting.
I keep putting my hand up too.
Okay, what?
When is Web Team going to have a space to be able to just come here and work?
When Web Team gets off their butt and wants to come here and work, is when that'll
Okay.
happen.
What's wrong with the computer?
Kind of cramped with all the other crap in there.
Membership is a whole $20 a month. At no point is it my job to try and sell it. You're never going to hear me say, you need to be a member. No, because you don't. If you've been hanging out here and seen this building and heard me talk and what I talk about, you are in one of exactly two possible mindsets. Either this is boring and you don't care and you really wish I'd shut up, or you're at the shut up and take my money, I want to come and build stuff. If you want to come and build stuff, go over there, talk to them, bug them, sign up, get involved, because for the love of God, I want your help. And you need to be building stuff. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
You've got the block camera.
Yeah.
All right. Sign them up. I'd take those bolts out, take that plug right off the mount.
I'm kind of terrified to do this.
Why?
Because everything, well, man.
It's not gonna, it's the receiver end of the plug. So
Right,
take
but
this off.
I'm worried about what might be rusted up or
No,
whatever.
there is that, but no, I'd take it off and bag it, set it off to the side, because we're going to want to strip and paint that.
I'm melting the paint. I'm moving it.
Yeah.
You can do it a wire wheel dog.
It's
Cool.
actually, yeah, it's actually melting it over.
It's an acrylic enamel.
I told you, it's some durable crap.
Oh, it's Caterpillar paint.
It is Caterpillar paint. Now we're good to go.
Keep going.
Am I gassing you?
Huh?
Keep me spitting mouthfuls of it. No, I feel bad.
Start at that mark.
Okay.
So what we do is we take out the Why?
This is not. Turn the camera off.
Why would you do?
It's like borderline inappropriate.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how inappropriate you want to do that.
It's not nearly inappropriate.
Yeah.
Show them.
It's like a thing for like all the bondages.
It's too big though, and it'll hurt you. Take a look at mine. I'll show you. Inappropriate.
Not deep enough.
So exciting. It's thrilling stuff. Hey, I got like the team over there just grinding.
You don't need so much footage of that.
Yeah. But you can use more. Oh yeah.
So we have to grease the rails.
It rubs the lotion on the cross slide.
The problem is these rails have an extremely tight tolerance.
Yeah.
So when you go across, it kind of wipes it. It cleans itself. So
Okay.
I'm trying to get it like
Okay.
pretty even coating all.
So what you got going on, Moose?
I'm making Christmas trees.
Like that?
Yeah, so we made it bigger.
Okay. It's got dinosaurs.
Does. Did you ever have one of those trees as a kid that was like ceramic with all the little lights?
Yeah, my grandmother had one for 1 billion years and it got passed down through 2 generations to me.
Same size.
It is? Okay.
We've got some really fun ornaments. Check this out. We have a security camera. It's a PTZ cam. Geek group. The logo. The robot. A Tesla coil.
That's lame for a Tesla coil. That looks like an electric testicle.
Well, then that's what it is.
Electric testicle!
We've got some lightning. A saw blade. That's a bad Ethernet one. I like that one.
Resistors.
And airplanes. That's a nicer Ethernet one.
First one was Comcast.
Got some dinosaurs. Different types. We even have the... Oh, I like the gears. Because, you know, we're all about the gears. We even have a fire truck logo.
That's cool. For those of you that don't get why that's a fire truck logo, it's the logo we're putting on the fire truck for the Geek Group's Department of Water and Power. And you got a piece of mail today.
I did.
What'd you get?
Got a letter from the Hanson Family Foundation.
The Hanson Family Foundation.
Yes.
What does the letter say?
It says, thank you for requesting a grant from the Hanson Family Foundation. Our board of directors has reviewed your application and a grant of $2,500 has been approved.
Yay!
Yes, they are based out of Virginia Beach, Virginia.
And they sent us a check.
They did.
Cool.
From Larry Biddle.
Thank you, Mr. Biddle. That's cool. Ooh, paper trail. So we're being all kinds of productive in the shop today. There's like tons of things happening, lots of people working on stuff.
We had a fun experience.
Yeah?
So we had a member is working on a project elsewhere in the building.
Okay.
And he brought his kid with him. And he took the tour and was like, this looks kind of like fun. He came up and decided to just make something in the print shop.
Oh, okay.
So he made a stencil.
Cool.
On the vinyl cutter. It took him 15 minutes start to finish.
That's neat.
And now he's spray painting his stencils.
I just watched a mom and her kid make a picture frame, like a big frame. Ed helped him do it. Ed's a helper.
It's a helper.
He's framing people. We'll be back.
The sketch is on the wrong surface, is that what you're saying? Probably. Alright, you might be able to change the surface that your sketch is on.
You can show this. You can show this.
Yeah? What are you making?
Basically keyboard writing designing.
Oh, cool.
hard. Don't judge. Judge all you want.
Oh, it's not the glow in the dark one.
You can see him was bored. Yeah, I've gotten excited a little bit. I think this one's just done.
That's why we got some more.
I like your paint storage.
Yeah,
That's neat.
we're pretty happy with it.
It's pretty sad.
It's just PVC pipe and hot snot, isn't it?
Yep. Whoops.
And it's like, oh so satisfying in its size.
Perfect size. I need something.
Oh, still big. Sparkly.
You like your sparkles.
I love my sparkles, thank you very much. Glitter, the herpes of no, it's the crabs of arts and crafts.
So we're like
Just a bit.
just a bit shy. Dogs outside. We played stick for like half an hour. Puppy! Puppy! Hi. How you doing? It's looking like something awesome over here.
It hasn't changed in appearance in like weeks.
Well, no, it's a little different from last week. You got these things happening now. It's getting bolted together. It's rigid. Well, it was. Now it moves. It's not.
Well, you push on it.
It's not rigid.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
What you got, Sam?
You want to see something that's just a little bit aggressive?
Yeah.
So many thumbs.
Hang on a minute. Yep. That's pretty badass. I like it. And this helps alignment and wear.
Right. Select fingers. Yeah, and this guy will hit, it can't run into anything, so it's safe through its full range of travel.
Cool.
But because it's a misalignment coupler, it reduces the load on the cylinder seals.
Excellent. So the next step is to get wires hooked up to it.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Can we add one little feature? A panel, a replaceable Lexan panel here?
Yep.
Cool.
Not a problem.
That's beautiful.
Do you want anything on the ends? Or just?
I'm not worried about the ends, I'm worried about out into the audience.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's easy. It's got these nice flat areas.
Yeah. See if we can find a small piece of macrolon would be best.
Yep.
Alright. Excellent. Thank you, sir. But that's right.
Can't say it wasn't 60,000.
feel it. And then you can measure the thing if you want to measure the thing. In the box.
Perfect. Yay!
I think you're done. We should have more material to take off than that, but it looks like you're there.
Today's Captain's Blog is made possible by a grant from the great and powerful Patrick Lovell. He wants you to watch this entire episode. It's going to be epic, it's going to be awesome, it's going to be made of glory and victory! Made entirely possible by Patrick. Thank you, sir, for being one of the cool kids stepping up and helping support the blog. If you are interested in getting your name up here and suffering my abuse, then check out the links below in the description. Anybody who gets in on a Patreon at $25 a month or more gets their own, like, personal happy sunshine day of love and joy. Now, let's go do stuff.